It has been discussed for so many years, and we know cell phones are better now, compact cameras are better now, mirrored ones don't care. So the big question is, will the large format camera and the reflex design, so that means the R and the DSLR, survive? That is the most important question at the moment, and it's pretty hard to respond to it. So it isn't easy to respond to this question. We know all, DSLR means digital single lens reflex, and DSLR dominated the last decades. So maybe, I don't know, over 50, 60 years or stuff like that. And when we talk about the reflex design, the R in the word DSLR, then we know that is the reflection, which thanks to a mirror mounted in a 45 degrees angle in the front of the sensor to create the image in the viewfinder. So the optical image in the viewfinder. In the front of the sensor is created to see an optical image in the viewfinder. And for a photo, the mirror is flipped up, and together with the shutter, we get the typical SLR noise of production. And there are two big reasons for the reflex design to survive. Reason one, photographers see exactly the image through the lens which is taken. And reason number two, okay, it comes much later for the SLR design, but it is a pretty good reason. It is the superior autofocus, so the face-based autofocus, and it is a pretty good autofocus. All of us, we know video and digital cameras changed the whole market of photography since the last years, maybe since the last decade. And maybe we have to say thank you to all of these companies, because in the last years we got so many good cameras and we didn't know which one we have to take to get good photos or stuff like that. So maybe, do you remember the not reflex digital cameras? They didn't have a good autofocus, they just get a slow and lower contrast autofocus, and that was not good to get pretty good photos. That means that all of these companies get a lot of modifications of her or his cameras, and that is pretty good, so we get the face-based autofocus, one of the best autofocus systems today. Like the dual pixel autofocus from Canon, that is one of the best autofocus systems at the moment. Maybe it should be the best one, but there's Sony too, so Sony has a really good autofocus system, and after this I think there will be Fuji and Olympus, and after this Nikon, but it doesn't matter at the moment, for this moment. So there's a pretty good autofocus system outside. One by Canon, one by Sony. So it is the face-based autofocus. And you know that I know that Sony was the first company that was bitten to Canon and Nikon in the DSLR market, but not really in the DSLR market. So they got the DSLMs, the mirrorless cameras, against the reflex cameras from Canon, Nikon and Co. But in the high-end market with the A7 range. And we all know Canon and Nikon have followed suit. So both speak the same market. It should be like, okay, Canon and Nikon will be sell mirrorless cameras. But what about the DSLRs from these companies? Will they die? Would be died? Should be died? Oh, that is pretty hard. But that is has so unsettled so many people, and they don't know if the DSLR existing in the next few years. But let me tell you something, it won't. The DSLR will be die forever and ever and ever and ever. But it should be not tomorrow and not in the next few weeks, but it should be in the next few years. So it could be that it will be in 4 or 5 years, but it could be maybe in 10 years or stuff like that. But the question is, what for? What for? What for? What for? What for? Oh yeah, there's so many reasons the DSLR has to die. So the first point is the mirror is too expensive. The second reason is mirror increases the complexity and manufacture of the camera. The third point is it makes the camera bigger, bigger and bigger. The fourth point is advantages don't affect video, so video become more and more important for everyone. But yeah, we know this sentence goes like, I don't know, 5 years ago around the world. Yeah, it could be, but maybe it should be. Point number 5. Mirror and face-based autofocus system means the camera design would be more complex. Point number 6. Increases the risk of medical failure. And another point is the mirror obviously steals space and restrict the lens design. So it isn't good that we get a mirror between the sensor and the lens. So is there no mirror? It would be better for everyone to design a good lens with good aperture. Canon and Nikon highlight the new flexibility of the mirrorless cameras, and this is a good point because mirrorless design facilitates image analysis of the image from the sensor, and this is pretty good maybe for eye AF or for face AF and stuff like that. And yeah, we all know Nikon get it in a DSLR. So the face AF, I don't know how long is it ago, maybe 3-4 years or stuff like that. And yeah, I know Nikon did it before. They get a face AF in his cameras, that's right, but they get it with a secondary sensor for the recognition of the faces. And this is a really crazy point because we don't get so much resolution after that. And the mirror is down, not up, just down. And for the design, it's pretty hard to get it again and again and again and again and again. But yeah, all the DSLRs still have a small advantage in autofocus, but just in the photo area, not in the video area. There they lose so many advantages of everything. So it doesn't matter if you get a DSLR or a DSLM, but if you get a DSLM, you get a camera like smaller, like easier building, like more possibilities, like better KI, like better AF and stuff like that, and it could be a better camera for you. But at the moment there are so many people outside, they have a DSLR and don't want to change to a DSLM. But if you guess about it, maybe the companies like Canon and Nikon can say to the customer, okay, you got a DSLR, but if you get a DSLM from us, maybe you get, I don't know, 30% off, or you get $300 back or stuff like that. That they know, okay, when I change my system, I get money back or I save money. So I have to get a new camera. I don't know, maybe that would be a nice plan for the companies, I don't know. What is your opinion about this meaning of mine? I don't know yet what you think about. Maybe you say, the DSLR never dies, or maybe you say, the DSLR has to die, or maybe you get another meaning about this story. I don't know. It should be, it could be. Write it in the comments below. Thumbs up for this video if you like it. Subscribe this channel. Maybe you get these 2 videos, and if you don't see them, look at them. It would be really great. And share this video with your friends so they know, okay, Milou PD said DSLRs has to die. For today, I wish you all the best, and we want to see us in the next video, so bye.